Hi, I'm Katie Stiles and we're back with Before and After TV. Today we are going to do a makeover on Rebecca and we are going to give her a Jessica Simpson look, which is very beautiful and glamorous, but it's going to be a natural look. Jessica Simpson, I think, puts on her makeup beautifully, very naturally, and I'm going to show you how you can achieve her look at home. The first thing you want to do is start with a freshly clean face. A little exfoliation never hurts. If you apply just a nice light moisturizer along the cheeks, on the forehead, around the eyes, on the chin, that's going to help you put your foundation on much smoother, and it's going to settle into the skin much better if there's no dry or flaky areas. Your foundation that you're going to use all over your face is best applied with a sponge. You want to choose a shade that matches your skin as closely as possible, and also choose a foundation that is sheer in its coverage. Now you want to take a little bit heavier concealer, a little bit heavier foundation that has a bit more pigment to it, not quite so sheer, and you put it on the tip of your makeup application sponge, and this is where you're going to pay a little extra attention to the areas below the eye, and you can always use your finger just to blend too. I love using my fingers just to blend it a little bit. You really don't need a lot. If it's a good concealer, less is more. Get it right into the corner of the eye, and then you can go back over with your sponge where you don't have any makeup and just blend. It's all about blending to get a natural look. Now, a nice trick that I like to use is to use a loose powder as opposed to a pressed powder. It allows you to keep the look still quite natural. It doesn't get too cakey, and with a brush, you don't end up applying too much. Powder sets your foundation and your concealer so it stays on longer. And just make sure you get all your areas covered. A little extra perhaps on the chin and around the nose. Now, another key to get Jessica Simpson's look is some bronzer with a nice big brush. And we're gonna put on just a small amount, and we're gonna do it over the entire face. And in the process of doing this, we end up knocking off any of the loose powder that we do not need. And it just gives us a nice glow. Now, Jessica Simpson always has a great glamorous eye look, but she still keeps it quite natural. And she does this by using earth tones. What you want to do is start off with a nice neutral pink or a nice neutral beige. I'm going to do a pink all over the eye, but it's still a very natural pink, nothing too bright. And we're going to cover the entire eye area right up to the eyebrow, and it just gives us a really nice base to work with. And you want to get it right into the corner of the eye there and extend it out just right up to the end of the eyebrow. And there we go, we've got a great palette to work with for the eyes. Now we're going to go back to our eyeshadow palette, and we're going to go to a nice earthy brown color, still with a bit of metallic in it. And this is where we start to have some fun with the drama. Take your eye brush, and we're going to start just right by the lash line. Bring it out, and then right in the crease. Now, the next step after your eyeshadow is your eyeliner on the top lid. And when you're doing this on yourself, obviously your eye's going to be a little bit open, but you can still do so by pulling up your eye so you can get nice and close to the lash line. And I like to use a black on the top lash line. You can take it almost to the corner of your eye, but the line can be a little bit thicker at the far corner of your eye. Now, a nice little trick that I like once you've got your kohl eyeliner on is to take a dark eyeshadow, doesn't have to be exactly black, but something close to, and put it on your eyeshadow brush. And again, get it nice and close with the tip of the applicator, And this just blends everything, and it also sets the eyeliner so you don't get any smudges. And it gives it a nice natural look so it's not a harsh line. Now for the bottom lid, the liner you'll want to use will be brown as opposed to black to get Jessica Simpson's natural look. And you want to start about middle of the pupil, not to bring it right to the edge. That gets a little bit too divish and it's not quite as natural. So fairly thin there, and you can let your pencil go a little bit thicker as you get to the corner edge. Now again, the same as the top line, for the bottom line, you're going to want to take a eyeshadow that's a similar color, and the blending is so important here to get the natural look. Now for the eyebrow, you need to use an eyebrow pencil. It's a little bit heavier of a kohl, and you want to go with a shade that's a little bit darker than your eyebrow, but not a lot. And you're basically going to want to just fill in any sparse areas, just nice and gently with a nice light hand. Now for good natural mascara application, I recommend giving your wand a little white so it doesn't get too clumpy. And again, pull up on the eye and make sure you get the corners of your eyelashes covered nicely. And then a nice finishing touch is to take an eye shimmer and to get it right there in the corner of the eye. It just adds a really bright look to the eye, a really youthful look. And then for the lower lashes, just take the very point, the very tip of your mascara, and just really gentle. You don't want to have too much mascara on the bottom lashes. Keeps it nice and natural. Now a real trademark look of Jessica Simpson's is a nice pink cheek, but keeping it nice and natural. And you want to start right on the apple, give it a good dab, and then you blend up. And you can even bring it into the temple. Lots of blending. Keep it nice and light, nice and natural, and it gives you a nice glow. Now the last trademark look of Jessica Simpson is a nice natural lip gloss, and I recommend putting on just a really light coat first, blend it with your fingertips, and then together with your lips. And just a nice light coat. And once you have a nice thin layer of gloss on, then just a natural neutral lip liner. Just nice and gentle. Line the lip. And that's going to add more color to your gloss. And then you're going to go back over all that with your gloss again. It's going to blend everything in. And one last little trick, you can take a little bit more of your shimmer and just dab it onto your lips. Sets the gloss a little bit, and it gives a little bit more definition, a little bit more of a pouty look. And then lips together, and you're done. So I think we've achieved a nice, natural, beautiful Jessica Simpson look. Jessica Simpson is a beautiful girl, and you can get her look. You can do it at home. You can do a daytime, evening look, and look just as glamorous as Jessica Simpson. I think you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.